Christian Horner has raised fears about F1's new 2026 regulations as Max Verstappen extends his lead over rivals. Red Bull has warned F1 chiefs that new 2026 rule changes could lead to Frankenstein cars, with Mercedes calling out team bosses. The team have questioned the new regulations, with Christian Horner voicing his concerns ahead of the Austrian Grand Prix. Team bosses are understood to have raised fears about the new 2026 regulations at a meeting with F1's Stefano Domenicali ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix. Horner questioned whether F1 needed to rethink plans, with fears machines could run out of electrical power on the straights. The Red Bull boss explained, "I think that perhaps where we need to pay urgent attention before it's too late is to look at the ratio between combustion power and electrical power. We need to ensure that we're not creating a technical Frankenstein, which will require the chassis to compensate to such a degree with movable aero and reduce the drag to such a level that the racing will be affected, and that there will be no tow effect and no DRS, because effectively you're running like that at all points in time." However, Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff feels Horner's complaints were false. Instead, he pointed the finger at the team's performance and suggested they were only fearful of losing their advantage. The Milton Keynes-based squad have dominated the current rules package introduced for 2022, with Verstappen on course for a third world title. Wolff commented, "I think what frightens him more maybe is that his engine program is not coming along, and then maybe he wants to kill it, the rules, that way. So you always have to question what's the real motivation to say something like that." Horner has called for bosses to consider scrapping plans for a 50-50 split between combustion and electrical power. This will lead to less reliance on batteries and electrical gear, which could fail during a Grand Prix. But Wolff again called out Horner and suggested the current concept would not be ditched. He added, "That's not going to happen. Zero chance. Capital letters. So I don't know why these things are coming up. We have developed these regulations over many years, with all the auto manufacturers being involved. It was a compromise that attracted Audi to finally joining the sport, and for Honda to stay in there. This is the best possible case that one could imagine for F1.